Good morning. This is Coffee with Bob. Yesterday, Dr. Long said in his Coffee with Bob devotional, he talked about how acts of kindness bring joy to your lives. Did you know that there's actual scientific research that verifies that statement? In fact, they've done numerous studies that show that when you do acts of kindness, your body releases hormones and neurotransmitters that help your psyche to feel better and actually enhance your body. For example, when you do something kind for someone, your body releases the neurotransmitter serotonin. Now, serotonin is often nicknamed the happy hormone or the happy neurotransmitter because it has a major role in your well-being and your happiness. In addition to that, doing acts of kindness for someone also increases the release of endorphins. Now, you may be familiar with endorphins as causing what is nicknamed the runner's high. After you're exercising or running, you have this release of endorphins that kind of gives you this swell of, man, that felt good. It's called a runner's high. Well, when you do acts of kindness, the same thing happens, although they've nicknamed it the helper's high. And when I think about that kind of physiological response to doing good for others, I find it amazing that our very complicated physical bodies were created and designed that we have this internal reinforcement system that kind of rewards us for doing the right thing. Now, I know that may make some people uncomfortable because they do the right thing, the acts of kindness, just because they want to be kind to others. Their focus is on the others, not on getting rewarded for it. But I think that's the kindness and love of God, that God designed and created us, that we do feel good after doing good. It's the way our body works. And so there's nothing wrong in claiming that. There's never been a mission trip or a service project I've been a part of where people didn't kind of have this aha moment that said, I came to serve, but I am the one who feels blessed. That's because we were created to feel that way when we do good things for others. Recently, I was speaking at the Oklahoma National Memorial, and during the question and answer session, I was asked if there was anything that I did to help me feel better, to help me recover after the bombing. And I remembered back to the early part of May. There was a terrible tornado that struck Ardmore, Oklahoma. And at that time, we had a mission program in our Oklahoma annual conference of the Methodist Church that was second to none. They really were known at that time for being the first ones in and the last ones out. And it was run by Larry Acton, an incredible person who really just had this heart for helping others and connecting people with that desire to do the right thing. And so after the tornado, I called Larry Acton's office and I asked if they had any volunteer and mission trips that were going down to help with the cleanup in Ardmore. And if so, is there any way that I could join in? And Larry Acton said, absolutely. He said he would be on the trip and that I could meet him at a certain restaurant. And so that's exactly what happened. And I spent that entire day helping with the cleanup efforts. And I have to tell you, at the end of the day, I did feel so much better. Certainly not because tragedy struck other people, but because I was connected with the people who were there to help me and my family after the bombing, and the sensation that in reality we're all connected, from the people who helped me to being there to help someone else. This realization that even though we don't know one another, we can still care for one another. And there's something in that that does help you to feel better, that we can put one another first. I encourage you to seek out ways that you can be kind to someone else. You don't have to wait till tragedy strikes. I encourage you not to. There are people around you who need encouragement, inspiration. They need to be reminded that their lives make a difference in this world, that they're acknowledged and seen. And so today, as you begin this day, make a goal of doing at least one act of kindness to someone. And then at the end of this day, reflect on it. How did it make you feel? And what did it do for the other person? I hope you have a great day. Share kindness with someone.